Hello everyone, welcome to MathsBridge. Thanks for joining in our knowledge sharing session. Let's learn automation using Python programming language. We know Python is a scripting language. Python is a high-level programming language. You can use Python for automation in software. Python is interactive. You don't need to compile the Python programming. It is interpreted language. So let's explore how Python helps in automation. Folks, please do visit us at our YouTube channel MathsBridge. I think you are already subscribed to the channel. If you have not, please do subscribe the channel and then support us. Thank you and then happy learning. Here is our today's agenda. Let's look at the introduction. Okay. In the context of technology, we were talking about automation. Automation refers a process of using a software, systems, machine to perform the repetitive rule-based tasks with a minimal human intervention or no human intervention. That's the meaning of automation. Okay. Automation in the context of technology is what we are doing. Okay. When we say a repetitive task, when you're doing a repetitive task, rather you do manually, if you could actually delegate that responsibility to the software, right? And the software does that without human intervention. That is what we can call it as a automation. Okay, by automating tasks, organizations or individuals can save time, reduce the errors, improve the efficiency, meaning and accuracy, increase the productivity, and perform the task 24/7 because there is no manual effort required. And we could focus more complex, creative, high value activities by automating the tasks. So Python programming is used to write scripts, software programs, or develop tools to perform automated tasks with minimal or no manual intervention. Okay, this is what I mean by automation in general. Key characteristics of automation: repetition of tasks, rule-based operations, minimal human intervention, improve efficiency and accuracy are the key characteristics of any automation. When we say repetition of tasks, automation is commonly applied to tasks that needs to be done frequently. When we are trying to perform the same task over again and again, means like a repetition, then the repetition task can be automated. That's like an opportunity for you to understand where we have a repetition of the task performance required, then you can automate it. That is an opportunity for you to implement the automation in that area. Now let's look at a rule-based operations means. Automation works best for tasks with clear, consistent steps and predictable outcomes. That's what we call it as a rule-based operations automation. Next thing, minimal human intervention. Let's say once you have set up ready and automated all the tasks, and then that task can run independently. So through some systems may still require periodic checks and adjustments, but with minimal human intervention, you can enable to run that automated the program to run independently, and it does its own job with no manual intervention. But we could also say like minimal effort is may require, sometimes you have to look periodically health of the automation, right? That's short, but very minimal. Next part is improved efficiency and accuracy. Automation reduce the chance of human error because your intervention is less. As a human, your intervention is less. That's the goal of automation, right? So ensuring tasks are done consistently. That is where we say automation helps you to improve the efficiency and accuracy. So these are the key characteristics of an automation, right? When you are trying to automate things, you have to understand these attributes, how you are able to achieve by doing your activity automated. Types of automation. We have a software automation, industrial automation, process automation, IT and cloud automation. In software automation, using software tools and scripts to automate digital tasks such as a data entry, file management, report generation, etc. Whereas industrial automation, applying automation in manufacturing and industrial settings where machines perform tasks like assembling, packaging, quality control, you could imagine. So this is what we can call it as a industrial automation. Let's look at a process automation means what? Streamlining entire workflow, often through tools like RPA. RPA means robotic process automation, to automate sequence of tasks within a business process. Correct? So when you have like in a sequence of tasks that has to be performed, part of your business process, what you do, like use like a robotic framework to automate certain such a scenario of tasks, right? This is what we can call it as a process automation. Whereas IT and cloud automation, automating server management, deployments, data backup and other IT operations, right? So this is what we call it at high level as a IT and cloud automation. So these are the typically the 4 different types of automation that you can see. Python uses in various domains that we know anyway, right? So now we are talking about how Python can be used to automate and what are the various applications that we can see in day and out. So the few of them that I listed, so you can explore many more like this. Okay, let's say for instance, Python can be used for the automation for files and folder management. What is mean by that? You can automate tasks like the file renaming and moving file, copying the file, deleting and organizing the file, right? We can automate these kind of tasks because these tasks are repeated tasks with respect to file and folder management. Okay, common in settings where large number of files needed systematic management. Okay, so the Python libraries that we can see in this context are OS library, okay, shuttle library, path library, okay, pathlib. Now let's look at a Python can be used in data extraction and web scraping, right? So collect the data from websites for analyzing and monitoring and reporting. That is actually context. You can collect the data from the website. Once you have the web content, what you do, like you analyze the data, you monitor certain things, you report based out of your business logic. So Python can navigate and extract and parse the web content, both static and dynamic web content. Okay, that's why the Python can be used for the data extraction, right, and do web scraping. Okay, what are the libraries? Beautiful Soup and Selenium and Scarpy. Let's look at it, data cleaning and analysis. So as part of data cleaning and analysis, we use Python, and then these tasks can be automated. So automate the data wrangling process like a cleaning, transform the data for analysis. See, in generally you can think of like ETL jobs. ETL means extract, transfer and load. When we are getting a data in a distributed world, I'm telling you, let's assume that you are actually getting a data from various sources, and then every source has its own schema, right? Database schemas, let's say. And then when you are getting these short of the data, you can't actually directly load them into the destination database. what you have to do is like you first extract source data and transfer the data as per the destination tables, and once the data is ready then you load the data. So this is sounds like a repetition task, right? When you know, like from the when you for sure that you know that the data is always coming from that known sources, and you also know that you would know that the destination for those data, then obviously the ETL is one where we can use Python for automating certain things. That's an idea. So libraries typically we use for the data cleaning, pandas and then NumPy. Okay. The another application that you can think through, automated reporting and notification. So generate a report and send a report automatically, like a daily sales summary or server health updates. Those things can be automated using Python. Send notifications based on conditions or triggers, right? So the typical libraries, like when you say like a notification, it's through an email. So the protocol in generally we use like network protocol is SMTP. So the libraries are SMTP lib, email, and Gmail. So these are the libraries which we use for reporting and notification. This process can be automated using Python. That's why Python library is what we are listing. Let's look at now a task scheduling. So run tasks at a scheduled interval, such as a daily backup, regular updates or periodic data pulls. This is the area where you can use Python for automation. Python can handle scheduling internally or work alongside system schedulers. The typical libraries are like Python libraries, schedule and AP scheduler. Okay. Another area where we can use Python for automation is API interaction and data integration. Automate the data retrieval, posting and updating through APIs. Okay. Common in applications that needs to interact with other services. So frequently used for integrating with third-party systems, managing multiple data sources. This is a place where we use Python for automation. The libraries is like request http.client, this is where you use REST APIs in generally we say. Okay. And web browser automation. I'm sure I think we are all well known to it, right? Selenium, right? So web automation using Selenium, Python Selenium, Java Selenium, like that, right? So we in this context we say like a Python in the combination of Selenium. So Python with Selenium is what we use for automation in web browser automation. Perform repetitive actions in a web browser like a filling out of forms, clicking the buttons, navigating sites. These are all things can be automated, right? When we are actually working on the web, this is the place of automation means. Okay, useful for testing, form submission and gathering information from web application. Okay, so Selenium and then PyAuto GUI are the libraries, right, which we see in web browser automation. Next thing is interesting application is like PDF and then document automation. Create, modify and or extract data from PDFs and other documents, often for reporting or documentation purpose. This is where we use Python for the automation. The libraries are PyPDF2, ReportLab, Docs. All right. Few more areas where we use Python for automation. Let's look at them. Database management. Automate database tasks like a record insertion, query execution, data backup, and maintenance. Do you see? Does it make sense for us? This is a place where we have an opportunity to automate. So the Python can be used for this automation area. Useful for handling large data sets or integrating multiple database sources. The libraries like SQLite 3, right? SQL Alchemy and then PyMySQL. These are the libraries which use for the database management automation. Python can also be used in network and system automation. Automate tasks like system monitoring, network configuration, server development, deployment, or log file analysis. This is where we can use Python for automation. The area we can call it as a network and system automation. Okay, used frequently in IT, DevOps, and server management to maintain large scale systems. So these are the libraries. Okay, Paramiko and PSUtil and subprocess. We all know that exciting topic is like a machine learning pipeline automation. Automate ML workflows such as a data preprocessing, model training, evaluation, and deployment. This is where we use Python for automation, right? Streamline the machine learning process in production environment. Okay, environment. Libraries like scikit-learn, TensorFlow, Keras, MLflow. The another area is like image and video processing. Automate the task related to image resizing, format conversion, watermarking, video editing. Do you see? This is a kind of like the repetitive task on this own context. So Python is powerful in that area because we have the Pillow, OpenCV, and MoviePy. These are the Python libraries. So widely used in media management and content creation. This is the area. Now let's look at a email automation. Send bulk emails and manage mailing list. Trigger email notifications. This is where we can use Python for automation called as a email automation. Often used for customers communication, marketing, system alerts. So the libraries you see is SMTP-lib, YAGmail, and IMAP-lib basically. Okay. So now that the another interesting area is like chatbot and customer support, automation. Develop a chatbots to handle customer inquiries, provide information, or assist in basic troubleshooting. Okay, it is used in customer service, website support, and internal team assistance. Okay, NLTK, Chatterbot, Dialogflow Python client. These are the libraries typically we use for chatbot applications. And then we all know that the Excel and spreadsheet automation. Automate the spreadsheet tasks like data entry, calculations, formatting, and then data export, often used in financial reporting and business analysis. So typical libraries in this context, what we see is like OpenPyXL, Pandas, XLRD. Okay, and there are many more you can still explore. So this is basically a motivation for you to understand how Python can be used for automating certain tasks, right? So you have to always find out a opportunity where we can automate. So once you have the automation done, what happens is like your goal is reduce the manual intervention, and by that the human errors can be avoided and accuracy can be improved, because you're delegating this the responsibility to software programs or the scripts. What happens is like you can schedule the jobs and you can run repeatedly without manual intervention. It does its own job, and then 24/7 you can run it on your on demand, or that the cadence, the frequency at which that you would like to perform the certain tasks. Okay, that's why automation is very very important. It saves cost, time, and then improve the accuracy. Python automation can significantly reduce time spent on repetitive tasks, improve accuracy, and enable a more data-driven workflows. There are the plenty of applications in which you can use Python for automation. Okay. I hope this makes sense for you. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, click on bell icon and leave the comments. Happy learning. Thank you. Stay tuned to upcoming sessions.